Hi, you guys. So, I wanted to discuss trans women versus natural born women. And what I wanted to discuss is the title of women and who should really use the title of women and who should take advantage of any benefits, resources, scholarships that a woman can get. Now, I am a natural born woman. I do not have nothing personally against the LGBTQ community, but I do not like sharing my woman title because it then makes me feel as a natural born woman that you think I was once a man as well. Because now there is no difference. You see, um, the law states once a transgender person goes so far into looking like and or being a woman, they can now change their gender to women. For example, they can change their driver's license and ID to state that they are a woman. And I don't think that's right because I had to grow into being a woman. I'm still learning on how to be a woman. There are things naturally that happens to me as a woman that a trans woman would never ever experience because they are really a male. A trans woman would never know how it feels to have a menstruation. A transgender woman would never know how it feels to give birth. You see, nowadays, a lot of kids are coming out and are being allowed to change their gender. But I'm mostly speaking for those who, like, let's say within the last 5 to 10 years, who finalized their steps towards becoming a woman are now taking women benefits, resources, scholarships away from natural born women. And that's where the problem lies. Um, if you are a trans woman or part of the LGBTQ, or a part of the LGBTQ community, hopefully I'm saying that right, you guys. Please comment below on why you feel you should share the same title as somebody that you're not the same as. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just cosmetic surgery. It's more than just hair and makeup. You see, I'm a natural born woman. I don't need none of that stuff for a man to know that I'm a woman. I don't have to put on this makeup. I don't have to really do too much to my hair. I don't have to take no pills to make my voice feminine. I don't have to get surgery to remove ribs to get that shape of a woman. I'm just naturally a woman, you know. And I feel for the fact that you have to do that, that should show you that you are not a woman, because a natural born woman don't have to do those things. And if we are doing those things, it's just to enhance us. It's not to change us. Um, Another thing I would like to discuss is trans women and women's sports. Trans women are dominating women's sports. And the LGBT community sees it as a win. But natural born women see it as a loss because at the end of the day, you're still a man. You're stronger, bigger, faster. Just because you lessen your dose of or whatever the medicine you're taking, you still have to lift weights and exercise. You cannot be a professional athlete and not weight or not lift weights, exercise, and stuff like that. So as you building your muscle tone, how would that compare to a woman? A man is naturally faster than a woman. So if you used to put a trans woman versus a natural born woman on 100-meter relay, I'm sorry, the 100-meter dash, who do you think's going to win? Come on. And then trans women are breaking all the women's record. So let me ask you this. Let's just say trans women for some reason stopped joining women's sports or the law changed and said you couldn't join. How are natural born women supposed to break the record set by a trans woman? So you're basically now telling natural born women that all that hard work you've been putting in for all these years of training now is nothing. Because you will never break that record set now. You will never beat that person now. And that's fair. You just took the enjoyment of sports out. It was a long, it's been a long time now, but it took a while for women to be even considered in sports, in the Olympics, when it comes to stuff other than like ballet, swimming, stuff that most people would consider feminine sports. Now we can do weightlifting and track and field and all that stuff. And you telling me all that is going down the drain because of somebody's feelings. Now, I do believe your guys' feelings are valid. I do believe you do feel like you are the opposite gender of what you are. But I don't feel that people have to dumb themselves down to make you happy. And what I mean by that is, if I don't want to call you a girl, I should not be looked at as wrong. Instead, you should be looked at as wrong because you're not a girl and you're forcing people to say you're a girl, or we're homophobic. Now we're homophobic because because all of a sudden facts and truth have been flushed down the toilet now. You can't state facts no more. You can't be truthful no more. Or at least when it comes to the LGBTQ community. But facts and truth stands in everywhere else. When you go to court, you need facts. You need truths. But when it comes to the rights of natural born women versus transgender women, all of a sudden, we don't need facts. We don't need the truth. Just if you feel like you're a woman and you do certain things to enhance yourself to look like a woman, then you're a woman. And I find that very disrespectful because being a woman is more than just that. And I would actually like for straight men to stand up for us natural born women. It's time. You guys are letting our title go to waste like women are nothing. If women was to die off, who's going to carry your child? Who's going to produce your seed? What will happen to the world? Because the same thing will happen in the animal kingdom. If there was no female there to reproduce with, there will be no reproducing. You see, there's a lot of value to a natural born woman that's being overshadowed because of the LGBTQ movement. I don't like sharing my title as a woman. I earned this title starting from being a little girl and going through life and growing up and having experiences as a little girl to a teenager to a young adult to now a woman that you would never ever experience in your life. How about this? How about we create resources, scholarships, services for trans women, and specifically trans women. That way, natural born women can still enjoy the benefits and resources that have been set in place for us. How about we have a LGBTQ, I won't say a separate Olympics, but like a team, instead of imposing on natural born women's sports. Let me ask you this. So as we know, trans women are dominating natural born women's sports. But what about trans men? Because the argument from what I've seen just from news and other shows and people making video is that it's okay because of the testosterone test or something that states that they're not as man as they really are. Okay, cool. So if that's really true and they are now equal playing fields now with natural born women, then why are trans men not dominating men's sports? Why aren't trans men world heavyweight boxing champions, middleweight boxing champions, lightweight boxweight champions? Why aren't trans men MMA